cafe before or bar or restaurant. Not many restaurants. The largest, cleanest public restaurant, right? They'll be back open tomorrow. Well, I'm going to point out some nice little places to dine at too. And this one here is not necessary for your Thanksgiving meal, but it's good all around. Good seafood, big old hamburgers, muffalata sandwiches, good French onion soup, good gumbo.
Which one is that?
Right here on the right. Cafe Maspero.
Okay.
Nothing on that menu over $18.
Okay.
You know what I like in there? I like the French onion soup. Some of the best French onion soup for $5. Why do you think we're doing some kind of spread for Thanksgiving? I'm not sure.
Happy Thanksgiving, my good man.
Hey, happy Thanksgiving to you.
Happy Thanksgiving, guys.
Now look out there, the river. See that boat? That boat's the paddle wheel steamboat. That's the Natchez. They go out for 3 tours daily, 2 hours. They go out 11:30, 2:30, 2:30, 7 to 9. We're riding. Sure, I'm back out for tomorrow. Save y'all money. The daytime tour is $30 a head. The nighttime is $46 a head. So, you know, you can save you some money for during the daytime, save you money for the meal. You can dine on the boat, but I would dine out here one of these places. I like this one on the right, the Crescent City Brewhouse. Little microbrewery. Give you 5 plates of beer, fresh and new daily. Courtyard and balcony dining. Another one looks like it's closed for the day. I'd say about half the place is closed today, half are open. Y'all will find your place. If you hadn't made reservations for your Thanksgiving meal, you'll find a place. You know, I've been around like 10 or 12 different locations. I even did the Sheraton Hotel. One year we went to the Sheraton. Sheraton was so good we went there another year. But I go to Muriel's now, right behind Jackson Square. When I get off about 3 o'clock, I go meet the family by Muriel's. Now we got a wonderful aquarium over there on the river, and then we got Harris Casino by the aquarium. He's straight ahead, the statue in the center. That's the Frenchman who found New Orleans way back in 1718. His name is Jean Baptiste Lemoyne de Villeneuve. And on the right is a priest on weapons and Indians. Opening in the middle of survival of the cities of the world. We'll let him get it out. He has a fast deal. You know, she's a plotter. We want her to be a plotter. We don't want to go fast because I don't want to be telling you about that building when she's plotting down the road. She can go fast, but usually head to the barn. Alright. You know, one thing about a mule now, they'll fix it. They're smart. And if a mule gets tired and don't want to work no more, a mule will stop in the middle of the street. And there's nothing you can do to get that mule to move. I'm the same way. Oh, really? Good for you. Congratulations. That's great. Johnny's Ball Boys. Now, they close for another month, but normally I would say that's when you get your breakfast and lunch. The most inexpensive food in the whole French Quarter. They renovate the whole kitchen. They can make it nicer for everybody. It'll be nice when they get done. They don't even do dinner, they make so much money for breakfast and lunch. Spice and tea shop on the right, Dublin spice and teas any flavor you like. That building was built in 1808, it goes back about a half city block. It's basically built like your whole French Quarter is built. Your main quarters in the front, your courtyard in the center, that would be your servant quarters in the back. They will put the kitchen in the servant quarters in the rear due to extreme heat or in case of fire. In the left, New Orleans School of Cooking. That's a lot of fun if y'all have an extra day or two. Look behind the gate. Look at that nice courtyard back there. Y'all familiar with the great chef Emeril Lagasse? This is one of Emeril Lagasse's places. This is the second one he opened in the city. This is the only one he has in the French Quarter. Then the other two across Canal Street in the American section. Emeril's and Delmonico's. On the right, the Napoleon House. That's a good place to get you a muffalata sandwich and a Pim's Cup drink.
Was there much damage here during Katrina?
This building dates back to the early 1800s. The movie crews love this place, guys. The movie crews love it. Because you remember JFK, when the president was shot, Kevin Costner was facing back and forth. This is where he was. Part of the Big Easy with Dennis Quaid. Kate Hudson did a movie here called Earthbound. Denzel Washington, when he did the movie with the ferry boat blowing up on the river, this is used in that movie also. A lot of people love it because it's all original. You know, the Richard Brennan family bought this about 3 months ago. And he's going to try to keep the whole menu, everything original the way it was. You know what makes the sandwiches good here? They bake the bread right in the kitchen. Anytime you have a place that bakes the bread in the place, it's really, really good. Second floor was a hospital during the Civil War. A lot of soldiers died on the second floor of that building, so that's why this would be haunted also. You see the large building to the left, it covers the entire city block. That's the Louisiana State Supreme Court building, built in 1909. The bottom half is solid marble, the top half is stucco. That's where they filmed parts of the movies Runaway Jury and Pelican Brief, amongst others. You know there's only 2 states in the nation, besides us, that has a state Supreme Court outside of the capital. One of them is California. They have theirs in San Francisco instead of Sacramento. The other one, I never knew it, but I had a lady in the buggy doing this, and she was all excited. I said, where you from, ma'am? She said, Delaware. I said, Delaware? Well, first off, it's an honor to meet you, because I've had 2 people in the buggy from Delaware in 12 years. I said, where's your state Supreme Court building? She says, in Wilmington instead of Dover. She said, our capital is Dover, and ours is in Wilmington. I said, thank you for giving me that little bit of information. I never would have read that anyway. You see that hotel across the street, the big one? The Army Royal Orleans. You know, if y'all ever watch any old-time movies that show New Orleans in the movies, that's the old St. Louis Hotel. Come on, big girl. Come on, big Blanche. Get up there, Blanche. Come on, Blanche. Bring it wide, girl. Bring it wide. Bring it wide, baby. Bring it wide, Blanche. Gotta swing wild with this one. The way these wheels are set up, it's only like about a couple inches between the wheel and where my feet are. So sometimes I swing it sharp and lock up. She's used to cutting corners sharp on a smaller buggy. And here at the Rice Pharmacy Museum, this is where the first pharmacist knew Royal practiced his pharmacy way back in the early 1800s. You see the bottles of colored water in the window? We had major epidemics in this city. They all put red colored water in the bottles. That was their way of communicating back then when people could not read or write. Put that courtyard back there. Let them know we had a major epidemic going on in the city.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, you think we didn't have some major epidemics? 1853, we lost 10,000 people in the yellow fever. They didn't know the mosquitoes was causing disease, but they figured out part of it. Got to come out after sunset. We have balconies on the right. We have the gallery right here. Balcony, gallery. The balcony comes short version. The gallery comes all the way to the curb. But you know the locals, the news media, and Mardi Gras people, the restaurants. I've been here all my life. I'm 58 years old. I've called them a balcony all my life, and so has everyone else. If that's a balcony, that's a gallery.
Oh, I would have called it balcony too.
Yeah, okay. Come on, big girl. Come on, man. Alright. Don't see it. You're walking like that. Folks, your French Quarter technically runs 13 blocks this way, 6 blocks this way. Just like a mile by half a mile. This was the original city of New Orleans. Founded in 1718 by the French. We won the French rule till 1762. And then we had the Spanish take over the city. Spanish soldiers, Spanish government, Spanish money. 1762 to 1803. And in 1803, the French got the territory back. And they didn't want to sold it to the United States in what we call Louisiana Purchase, which was slow. The deal was signed at the building next to the church up here, I'll tell you something. Now the fire of 1788 started right here. That was the home of the Spanish military accountant. He was kneeling at the back of the house at the altar. He was praying at the altar. When the wind blew the curtain across the candle, ignited the fire. You see that building in the middle of the block? That was a hospital during the worst yellow fever epidemic we ever had. Up to 10,000 people died in this city. 800 of them died in one hospital. Hey, there they are. Hey, all right, guys. Y'all doing it up good, I see. This is a great place, Sabo. Awesome food, awesome service. I haven't been here till Thanksgiving, but I go to Muriel's, which is right on the other side of the church. But this is just like Muriel's. Same menu, same prices. So it's got to be pretty good. That was the site of the oldest community bank in America years ago. Now, look at these here. On the right, we got the Cabildo. This is when it was on the weekend of purchase way back in 1803. One of the greatest cities in the devil was found on the second floor of the building. America loved the theater. So you still have the theater in the back and the restaurant up front. Dickie Brennan paid off the bank loan for the rest of the theater. That's about $4 million on the building. He paid the loan. The deal was he got to keep 60% of the building. They got to keep 40%. The theater mostly operates on weekends. Now, when I got here, when they first opened the doors, they didn't even have the balcony open. They didn't have the courtyard open. So now you have balcony. You also have that little courtyard back there. A nice little courtyard. You guys, I want y'all to look straight ahead. You see that line outside the gumbo shop? Now the gumbo shop's good, but they're not that good. You know what I mean? They're not my top 5. Okay, but what you get, the food is inexpensive. But I don't know about being in line, because that's a small place. But look right next door. You see the windows on the 3rd level? They're kind of almond-looking windows. That's where Tennessee Williams lived in 1947. Tennessee Williams lived up there. He looked out that window towards Royal Street. You know, Royal Street in 47 had a streetcar come down the street. The streetcar, the name of the streetcar was Desire. Desire Streetcar Line. And that's why he named his place streetcar named Desire. I was born in 57. And I asked my granny, I said, why I don't remember streetcar? She said, because you were born 10 years later. You know, Tennessee Williams apartment leases, the old apartment he lived in, leases 2-bedroom, bath and half, $2,800 a month, without a parking spot. See, parking is a hot commodity here. If you're going to live in a quarter, you learn to get by a moped scooter, a bicycle, or you walk. Now, you can get a parking spot. You got to buy your condo. The condo is going to average $300,000 for a 1-bedroom, $500,000 for a 2-bedroom. Then you might get 1 parking spot. So if you need 2, that means whoever needs the other one, y'all going to say, who's buying dinner tonight? Because somebody's off the street, somebody's off the street. All right, let's get on out of here. Come on, man. What I like about this deal is see them also, they have the weapons. They keep the weapons in the rear, the arsenal. Look to the right, down this little breezeway right here. You see next to the church, they got a lamppost. That is called Pirates Alley. Right where the people are lined up, that's Pirates Alley. That's where the pirates used to hang out. See the bars on the back wall? That was the old jailhouse. The pirates would smuggle their goods in the pirates in the jailhouse. And here's the gumbo shop. I like the courtyard. I don't think I'm going to get the courtyard later. They're waiting to open up. See the spikes on the poles? Whenever y'all walk around, you see those spikes? You know what they call those? Romeo catcher. They catch the Romeos going up and the Juliets coming down. And look, that's up top. Look, that's where Tennessee Williams lived in 1947. You can see it when we pass by. Right up top of the 3rd level. Folks, we're coming up on Royal Street. Royal Street's one of my favorite streets in the whole French Quarter. Because once you see Bourbon Street once or twice, you usually have enough of it. This street is known for art galleries, antique shops, jewelry stores. Hey, y'all need supplies? Rouse's is open. Probably closed about 2 o'clock, I imagine. But Dale's is open. Get y'all supplies right there, y'all need. See the grading? All your power's underground. We have no overhead power lines in the corner. The power's up the street. Now that works good as long as we don't flood. The French Quarter did not flood during the Katrina. The French Quarter has not flooded in my life, and I'm almost 60 years old. Put it this way, if this ever floods, the rest of the city we can kiss goodbye.
Yeah.
Because you can see the street as we go in there. Look, it slopes down like a big fishbowl.
Yeah.
Your high ground's right here close to the river. Always your high ground on the river. Pat O'Brien's well known for the hurricane rate before you're done. I like going there at night when they light the fountains of fire and they have dueling piano bars. And y'all look at this little rusted looking building and you say, what are they doing with this little dumpy looking place? Well, guess what? That's called Preservation Hall. That's where some of the best jazz musicians in the world play their nightly. And that's where Harry Connick Jr. got his start at the age of 8 years old. $15 a head. Or 15 a head, y'all. Take your drink in there with you. Don't sell no drink. Because they don't do that, so children can go in there too. But they do let you bring a drink in. Okay, Bourbon Street, named for the royal family Bourbon, not for the whiskey. Although sometimes it does smell like old stale whiskey after a night of party. Some people say, Ed, what they put to this mic to catch the Mardi Gras beats? I said, oh no. That's for the Romeo. Just across the street, you got a good little jazz club. They look like they close, man. You got the karaoke bar. Y'all want to cut up and sing a little bit. You got the karaoke bar over here. That's the catch me out. This place, look at this place, little thing. $29.95. $29.95. Turn around though, y'all looking for a place. Don't just grab the first one. Like I said, half open and half closed. Now, if y'all remember during Hurricane Katrina, 10 years ago, they got on national news and they said they have a bar open on Bourbon Street. Imagine that. 80, 90 mile an hour winds and you got a bar wide open. When the power went out, this bar lit the candles. They served the beer for weeks after it got hot. They had a whole back room full of alcohol. So here the corner called Johnny Waits. This is the bar that stayed open through Hurricane Katrina.
I remember that. You sit down on the knees.
Hole in the wall.
Oh yeah. Stop the aisle. They the ones that originate the hang they drink. Substitute the recipe. The workers don't even know what's happening. Now look, if y'all walk around at nighttime when it gets dark, we're going to have a spotlight cast Christ's shadow on the whole back half of the church. He looks like this. You know what they nicknamed him? They call him Touchdown Jesus. You know we have people buried in the back garden in the church. We have people buried under the altar in the church. We have people buried under the pews.
Really?
Yep. Then see where the flags are. That's a nice little, they call it the grapevine. The people that originate the hang when they drink, they're the ones that own that. They own this one here. That's a nice little spot, nice little courtyard. If you want to get your little glass of wine or something, that's a nice little place. In the right, the Bourbon Orleans Hotel was the site of an orphanage and a convent. It burned up in the Great Fire of 1788. That was the order of the African American nuns. They call them the Holy Name nuns. And it did burn up in the fire, the whole fire. Now, if y'all like some blues every now and then, my favorite blues club right there, the Funky Pirate. I'll tell you, I got so spoiled by one guy that plays music in there. His name's Big Al Carson, big black guy. He must weigh about 400 pounds, but boy, he is good. He is a blues master. I'm so spoiled if anybody else is playing. I said, when is Al coming back? That's when I'm coming. You got blues there, you got jazz there. Come on, big girl. Lucky Pierre's is for the drag queen show. Maureen LeBeau's House of Voodoo. Yeah, two Maureen LeBeau's. We have Maureen LeBeau's mother and Maureen LeBeau's daughter. Voodoo is a healing religion. It's all about healing, all about positivity. It don't work with the movies either, I believe. But you see that the black armor fence in the middle of the block, that was the Catholic elementary school for years. See that white arch out there? That's the boundary of your French Quarter, Old Straw Park. That's open today, they close about 60 feet. Check out this club on the right, the best gay dance club in America, Oz. You know what's that auction off of? $8,125,000 for that club. Business, the building, everything. You know who's bidding on that? Larry Francis. Well, he had somebody bidding for him.
Oh, yeah.
His best friend was bidding for him. They bid $8 million. The guy bid $8,125,000. He said, we all have that. Check out the shutters. The louvers, they call them jalousies. Well, if someone banging on your door in the middle of the night, you can open the jalousie just right. You can see who's outside, they can't see you. You know, my granny lived to be 98 years old. Granny said, Ed, back then they would attack you so many ways back then, it's unbelievable. She said they would attack you on the sidewalk face, entranceway.
This place we're going to eat. Clover Grill. Honey, this is a place right here, the Clover Grill.
Oh yeah. Clover Grill's open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. That's where they cook your hamburger under an automobile hubcap.
Yep.
You remember that movie Benjamin Button with Brad Pitt? That's where Brad Pitt had a cup of coffee with Kate Blanchett. The movie Benjamin Button. Yeah, the burgers are cooked under a hubcap. 1939 Plymouth, I think. Nola Floorboys, this used to be old Mary Jane's hardware store. It used to be the hardware store in the city right there. You know the city, original city of New Orleans is right here, the French Quarter. There's schools, hospitals, grocery stores, everything you need. This is a private residence. See, these people, what they did, they put the kitchen up front, they put the living room in the back. Most homes here have the living room up front, the kitchen in the back. It works out good, because when they have a big party, they open the shutters, you got your kitchen, you open the gates, you got your beautiful courtyard. And look, the gas lanterns, when you see those, it's mostly privately owned. Because if you have a rental property, you want the cost of insurance to have a gas open flame for tenants. Check out on the right, the dual stairwell. You know what they called it years ago? An open petticoat stairwell. But the ladies had to go on one side, the gentlemen had to go on the other. The gentleman could not follow lady up the stairs way back because it was not proper for the gentleman to see ladies' ankles way back. The ladies wore those on petticoat skirts. Check on the left. Now, if you go across canal, the American section, the Americans built like this. High off the ground, big old beautiful rooms, high ceilings, crystal chandeliers, beautiful wood floors. They wanted 1.8 mil for that. That's sold easily. The bar on the left, the oldest continuously operating bar in America, selling alcohol. It's also the most haunted bar in America. Dates back to 1728 as a building, 1772 as a bar. That bar is haunted by the ghosts of the pirates. The pirates, John Lafitte, his brother Pierre, and their band of pirates used to hang out in that bar. Let me tell you now, the pirates were a salty bunch back then. Back then, the governor put a bounty on the pirate John Lafitte's head of $5,000. You know what John Lafitte did? He laughed. I'll put a bounty on the governor's head of $10,000.
Who was John Lafitte?
He was a famous pirate. He helped us defeat the British in the Battle of New Orleans.
Okay.
They kind of hung up at Barataria Bay. They didn't really stay in New Orleans a lot, but when they did, they went that ballroom. They probably the ones turned it into a ballroom. Now, we had the Catholic Elementary School around the corner, which closed up 2 years ago because of cost of tuition. That's where the nuns used to teach, and that's where Lenny Kravitz went to grade school. Not Lenny Kravitz, I'm sorry, Richard Simmons. This is where Lenny Kravitz went to grade school here. This is the public elementary. It's called John McDonough Elementary. Mr. McDonough passed away in 1850. He left New Orleans and Baltimore $1.5 million for education. New Orleans built like 39 schools with that money, and that's one of them. But due to neglect, deterioration, hurricane, and politics, we only have about 5 or 6 years left. Truman Capote, when he was born here in New Orleans, his parents lived in the Mount Leon Hotel. Truman Capote went to grade school there too. And Elvis Presley, I know y'all remember Elvis.
Oh yeah.
1958, Elvis filmed a movie called King Creole. The best movie he ever did. That was his high school, the movie King Creole. And that's where he punched the guy out the driveway in the schoolyard. Y'all remember Delta Burke, right? Yes. Delta Burke, Agent Dan, Simon. Yeah, we're going to next time we're going to ask him what's the block about. Yeah, Delta Burke and John McCrane used to live there. Come on, big man. This is that street in the whole thing for a long time. You got it, man. Once you see Bourbon once in a while, it's easy. I tell them, man, they'll use speeding around. The speed limit is 20 miles an hour. And they ain't picking the wrong day to speed around anyway. This is Thanksgiving Day. Smell of roses, baby, before the roses are on top of you. Hey. Look, you got your glass on top of the wall. You got your glass smarted on the wall. Whipped rosebush vines. All it is a parking garage. All right, the Andrew Jackson Hotel, site of the very first U.S. District Court.